So now we'll be talking about building a healthy meal. So we really want to give you the tools to learn how to meal plan and create a healthy meal for yourself and for your families. So these are just some ideas. Again, not a comprehensive list, but just ideas to give you for each meal, some things you can kind of stem from to create your own meals and to meal plan. So for breakfast, consuming more eggs, oatmeal, whole grain cereals. And for the whole grain cereals, look for things like whole wheat, whole grain, corn. If it's a mainly corn cereal, that's a whole grain, so that's good. Homemade smoothies, and I put homemade in there because smoothies at restaurants tend to have a lot of sugar in them. So I encourage you to make your smoothies at home. Whole wheat bread, low-fat dairy, vegetables, and fruit. For vegetables, I know it's not as common to consume vegetables at breakfast, but maybe if you're making an omelet or making a frittata or something along those lines, you can add in some peppers and onions and mushrooms, and broccoli, spinach, those types of things. And then consuming less of your sugary cereals. So really look at your ingredients list on your cereals and make sure sugar isn't listed in the top 3 ingredients. That means that it's going to have more sugar in it when it's in the top of that ingredients list. White bread, white bagels, sausage, bacon, muffins, donuts. These are, again, high sugary, highly processed foods that provide little nutrients for us. So these are under consume less. Again, not completely avoid, but just consume less of these. You don't want to make a regular stop at a restaurant for a donut in the morning, regular part of your routine. You want it to be a very, very occasional thing. Lunch and dinner, consuming more salads. And when I say salads, this doesn't have to be a lettuce salad or a leafy green salad every day. If you get bored of that, it could be a broccoli salad or a green bean salad, or kind of change things around so you're not getting bored. Broth-based soups, quinoa, brown rice, again, your whole grains. Potatoes are great, white or sweet. Beans, any kind of bean, black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, these are all different beans that are a great source of protein. Whole wheat pasta, low-fat dairy, again, vegetables, making vegetables half of that meal, half of that plate, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Also, making sure a quarter of your plate, if you want meat, to make it lean, skinless poultry, skinless fish, those types of things. And then consuming less red meat, white rice, white pasta, pre-made meals, anything that's highly processed with a long ingredients list. For snacks, consuming more fruits and vegetables. So maybe if you have a bag of chips for a snack, maybe changing to some raw vegetables with a dip, hummus, or ranch dressing. Consuming some fruit, nuts, seeds, low-fat dairy, string cheese is a good option. Consuming less, I say most granola bars. I didn't say all because there are some granola bars that are a little bit better out there, but a lot of granola bars have as much sugar as a candy bar and little nutrition. So they are very convenient and useful and good to kind of keep once in a while, but just make sure you pay attention to your ingredients list. Look for less sugar, look for a small ingredients list is what I encourage from granola bars. Consuming less chips, pastries, ice cream, full-fat dairy, those types of things. For beverages, consuming more water, unsweet tea. Tea has a lot of phytochemicals, and there's some good research on green tea and the catechins, which is one of their phytochemicals, and the benefits it has with decreasing risk for cancer. So drink your teas, but consume less, mostly all your sugary drinks. But that includes sweet tea. You want to drink unsweet tea or lightly sweetened tea. Juice, soda, energy drinks, sports drinks, those types of things, all that's sweetened with sugar. That provides little nutrition for us. So this is just a sample of what a day may look like. This is not a specific calorie or protein content. This is just to give you an idea of what a plant-based with a variety of different nutrients looks like. So for breakfast, scrambled eggs with some vegetables, whole wheat toast with some butter and strawberries. For lunch, this is like a black bean salad with various vegetables to it, making your own dressing, from olive oil, lemon juice, and vinegar, and then finishing it off with an apple and peanut butter. And then for dinner, having a small amount, again, 1/4 of the plate being lean meat, skinless chicken, half of that plate being roasted broccoli and cauliflower, and then 1/4 of it being a brown rice or a whole grain or whatever it might be. This is just kind of an example I wanted to provide to give you what a day might look like. Snacks, these are just, again, some ideas for healthy snacks that you can have if you're somebody that likes to snack between your meals or in the evening. And a lot of these snacks also have, I always encourage people to have a carbohydrate and a protein together with your snack. It'll help you feel fuller, longer, which is what a snack is meant to do. It's supposed to hold you over till your next meal. So you want something substantial. So a carbohydrate and a protein in there, as well as some fiber if possible, will really help you do that. And again, if you can include a vegetable snack, raw veggies with dip, or a fruit snack, a piece of fruit, not fruit snacks, a piece of fruit snack, or whatever it might be. These are just some lists of examples of snacks. So for meal planning is really important, especially if you're trying to eat healthier. It's really easy to kind of do things that are quicker, maybe stop at the drive-thru, things that, if you're busy, that just function better in your day. But we really want to plan our meals. This will really save us time, save us money. We'll be more organized, and will really improve our nutrition if we're really sitting down thinking about the quality of our diets. That's what's important, and so we want to do that. We want to make time to think about what we're putting in our bodies, what we're feeding our families as well, and so meal planning is really important. So I encourage you to take time to do this, and I'm just going to briefly touch on some ideas for meal planning. Think about, if you take a day to meal plan, think about what your week's going to look like. If you have days that you might work late or might be a little bit busier, you might want to do a quick slow cooker meal for that day, or maybe leftovers or something much quicker versus another day that you might have more time and you might be able to do a little bit more in-depth of a recipe. So kind of think about your week, check what's on sale at the store if you're looking to budget, and find healthy recipes. Look on the internet that has a wealth of healthy recipes, and have somewhere to save them. You can have staples, things that you go to that are quick, that you know how to cook, that are fast. You can also have theme nights. This is a great way if you don't really, it helps make meal planning faster. Sunday in my house is pizza night every night, so I never have to think about Sunday night dinners. We always make homemade pizza. So have these kind of theme nights, maybe Italian night or Mexican night, so it makes meal planning a little bit easier. And keep your recipes simple. Don't look at recipes or come up with recipes that take a long time or have crazy ingredients. Keep them simple. You're more likely to stick to meal planning if you have easy recipes. And I am not one to come up with a recipe on my own, so I always have to have a template. So that's why I go online to look for my recipes, and then I use an app on my phone to save the recipes, and that's how I do my meal planning. You can sign up for websites for free, never pay for recipes because you really don't have to. There's lots of free healthy ones out there. And again, have somewhere to save them, whether it's an app on your phone or you print them out and put them in a folder, wherever it might be. Have somewhere to save them and then refer back to them when you are going to do your meal plan. And write it down. This will hold you more accountable. If you write it down, that way your family knows what you're having, you know what you're having, you remember what you're having. And if you've bought everything from the grocery store that week, then you want to stick to that meal plan because you don't want those foods to go bad. So write that down, whether it's in a notebook, maybe on a chalkboard, or somewhere that you can see it or your family can see it. That way you stick to that meal plan. So meal planning is really important when we're thinking about building a healthy meal, when we're trying to get a lot of those plant foods in. We don't want foods to go bad. We want to use those foods. And so plan, prep, do what you need to do to make sure you're consuming those foods and getting those foods in every day.